There it is. There's the TVR in all its glory. Traveled I don't know how many miles from Michigan. Nice. Here's the other side. Looks like there might be some damage to the sunroof from the trip. It's hard to tell, but it looks like I can see a little bit of an issue. All right, here's my new project. My new to me 1974 TVR 2500. Isn't she a beaut? I've been researching these for the better part of a year, and really like these 2500Ms and the Vixens, and there aren't too many of them. So when this one popped up in Michigan, I bought it sight unseen and had it shipped to me. Probably seen the video earlier of it being delivered, and this is the walk around. I've been living with it for 2 weeks. Finally got it registered, and this is my first walk around. It would be unfair to say that more things don't work than work, but there is quite a number of things still to be done to bring this up to an average level, in my opinion. We can do a walk around. First thing first is the sunroof was damaged, and I've been speaking with a nice gentleman in England who's making me a new cloth for it. I guess it was old and didn't make the trip from Michigan to California, and yes, it was an outside car carrier, but that's how that went. I've got an order that just arrived, and I'm going to do an unboxing, and there's quite a few parts to keep me busy. Everything from stickers on these TVR specific wheels. I've got new seals for the front windshield and the rear. I've even got a new fuel tank, rubber rebuild kit for that fuel filler. Gosh, I've got all kinds of stuff. It'll probably come to me as I speak about it. Maybe one of the biggest issues is the fiberglass hood has a steel tube structure that's fiberglassed into the front of it, and it tips forward like an XKE. Well, that frame is rusted out and needs to be replaced, and luckily enough, there's a gentleman in England that makes brand new frames all welded up. So I'll be taking this off and cutting out the original framework, and I will be glassing in the new structure. So that's going to be one of the first big projects. Things that I don't like are, I don't know what happened with these mirrors, but there's no way that could be original. The driver's side door has some holes. I suspect it originally had some sort of a bullet chrome mirror, and I intend to put that back like that. Some idiosyncrasies about this car. I find it very unusual that the passenger side door does not accept a key. So there's no opportunity to open the key for your girl when you're on a date. That's unusual, in my opinion. What else? It currently has Mazda Miata seats in it, which I don't like, but I don't hate as much as I thought I was going to. Luckily, I got quite a few parts from the previous owner, and with them I have the original seats, and they are fabulously 70s, and I intend to reinstall them at some point in the future after they're covered. You can see the carpet's pretty thin. Still putting together a game plan on order that I'm going to tackle things. I might try and do some sort of a contrasting color on the dash. Although original, I do not like the puffy dash. It reminds me a little bit too much of an 80s toilet seat cover. So I've been thinking about leaving the top as is, and then maybe recovering the dash in a contrasting color without as much padding or any padding. Electrical is a nightmare. This is a 50-year-old British car. It has all the normal things you might expect with the electrical. What doesn't work? Let's see. The fuel gauge doesn't work. Oil pressure does. Water temperature does. That's another story. This thing has left me stranded already once with a split coolant hose. But back in operation. Charging works. The tachometer does not. The hazard light doesn't. The choke doesn't. What doesn't work? Did I say the heater? The heater doesn't work. Headlights do. Turn signal didn't, but I was able to figure out the mess of wiring and rewire that, so it does now work. Horn doesn't. I could probably go on and on, but let me continue this walk around. I do have new rubber for the door. In areas I can see that this car was originally, I believe, a color called silver green, which is kind of a cool metallic green, and I'm kind of leaning towards eventually repainting it that color. You can see the condition of the rubber around the windshield. Let's see, what else? This thing's like, it's a fiberglass body if you don't know. It's got lots of fiberglass damage. I keep telling people that this car is a 15-footer. Looks really good from 15 feet. The chrome bumpers are pretty hammered. I'm pretty sure those are original. A few of them look like someone's taken a grinder to them, so I don't know if they bubbled up with rust from Michigan. Someone just took a grinder to them, not sure. Fairly expensive to replace. Have to look into what it would cost to have them restored and re-chrome. Here's some more damage. I don't know if it's coming out in the video. It's a lot of stress cracks in the fiberglass. Just continuing walking around. Funny enough, for you people that don't know TVRs, this is the 2500Ms do not have an opening rear hatch. So to put anything back there, you've got to put them through the front seats. Another idiosyncrasy. Let me open the driver's side. A couple more things. I got the sunroof open, so I'm picking up debris. Let me toss it. I find it very unusual about how close those pedals are together. It's super easy to accidentally clip the brake when you're going for the clutch. So maybe there's some bending of the pedal arms to be done there. Also, gosh, look how crazy that ignition is. It is like basically by my ankle. It's definitely, it would be generous to call it by my calf. So it's pretty far in there, pretty unusual. These 2500Ms use the Triumph TR6 engine, transmission, and rear differential. And luckily this car starts, runs, idles, sounds great. I'll have to apologize for the quick drive that I'm going to include in this video. Thought it'd be a good idea to put the microphone outside in a plastic bag and tape it to near the exhaust pipes. And I've done a quick listen to that video and it sounds awful. And trust me, it sounds wonderful inside. So I'll have to figure out some sort of a microphone setup so that you can enjoy that as well. But this was a quick driving video here in Southern California, Orange County. It was basically all traffic. So I'm gonna have to splice something together so you just don't see me sitting at stoplights. Let me go ahead and bring you back, and I'll have the engine, I'll have the bonnet. I need to start using my English terms. I'll have the bonnet tipped forward and we can take a quick look at the engine. All right, I'll bring you right back. All right, here's a look under the bonnet. And here's a look at that Triumph TR6 engine I mentioned. All blistering 106 horsepower, 2.5 liters straight six. Let's see, what's unusual about this? Just about everything. I don't know if you can see that framework in front. It's where the spare tire goes. And it did come with the spare tire. I have removed it because I'm trying to fix the horns without success yet. But the very first, well, not first, I've been messing around. Like I said, I got the turn signals working. But I'm gonna pull this hood off, and I'm gonna rewire all of the lights and whatnot, side marker lights and turn signals while I have it off. But the game plan is to grind out the original framework that holds the hood and pivots. And I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but this framework in here is completely rusted out, and in some places do not even touch the the fiberglass anymore. So I have a new framework. Can't tell if this is in focus, but I won't do this too much longer. In addition to that, the pivot point, I have a quick release kit to put on there, so in the future when I'm doing maintenance and stuff, I can pull some pins and remove this hood. So let me move around to the other side of the engine bay. All right, this is the last look of this portion of the video. A lot of good things in here, actually. As I mentioned, it starts well, runs well, idles well, leaks about the appropriate amount for an old British car. Maybe a little bit more, maybe I can do something about that. It appears to have a new fuel pump in it. The alternator, it's been converted to an alternator. I assume it was a generator before, I don't know. But it does charge well from what I can tell. It's got a new, let's see, clutch master cylinder and brake master cylinder. It's got a few new parts on here. All the belts and hoses appeared to be new, except for the one in the back that split on me trying to drive it to work the first time, and that has now been replaced. So I think I'm good in the hose category. So yeah. I've also fixed one of the two electric fans. It was running hot, and one of the fans wasn't working, so that was just a connector issue, and I've resolved that. So I do expect to have a lot better easy access under the hood with the hood actually removed, and that'll be my first restoration episode, I suppose. I do intend to document the restoration, and so that would mean smaller projects, but things tend to get away from me, and we shall see. Yeah, I've got a bunch of new parts to throw at it, and maybe I'll do a quick unboxing video. All right, I've changed my mind again. I'm gonna end this video right here. It's the first episode of the 1974 TVR 2500M, and I appreciate you joining me. This is Stephen from Demo Garage. Okay, Asako is going to demonstrate how to get into a TVR. Gotta push the button.
so low. It's handle like this?
Yes.
Always?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Inside this.
Here, wave goodbye to me and I'll come take a look at what you're talking about.